Hi guys, it's Ray here from City Fan TV. Hope you're all well. It's been a very, very busy day in Manchester City land, and it's been busy for me all day long doing stuff to bring you videos and news about Manchester City. So I'll tell you what I did today. I started off this morning interviewing David Cartledge, who's an editor at ESPN UK, to talk about Ferran Torres and give you lots of information about Ferran Torres. That video, it's out there for you guys to watch. I put that out earlier today. And then we had the news, and I did mention it last week, that Nathan Ake for £40 million. This deal is, I think, up to 41 million. So it's above the Chelsea buyback clause. So yeah, we had the Nathan Ake news that came out. So we did a live stream mostly about Nathan Ake, but you guys always get carried away. And then I went to Manchester. I went to Etihad Stadium. So I went to the Etihad Stadium. I did a little video for an Algerian channel, something about Riyad Mahrez for them. And then I did another little live stream because I thought, well, I'm at the Etihad, I should really do something there. And actually, I wanted to go to the club shop and have a look at some of the stuff, and didn't get it. It was closed. So anyway, so we move on. Hey, Faris, you're on early. Yeah, I don't want to be on. I want to on for about 25 minutes today. Faris, evening, Ikram, Clarky. Nice to have. I think you're new, so nice to have you on board. Yeah, Faris is very early today. Ake and Laporte together? I don't think so, Shermeen. Hargreaves. I think Pep's bought Ake to play left-sided centre-back, and that's where Laporte plays. So, in my opinion, Ake will be cover. He'll play some Champions Leagues. I expect him to play at least a couple of Champions League games, some FA Cup. If we do the League Cup, he'll be doing there. And some other games as well, a few league games. So he's not going to play as much as he did at Bournemouth. But then at Bournemouth, he played 38 league games, not many FA Cup, not many League Cup, and no European games. So the maximum he could play is about 42 games. That's the maximum at Bournemouth. So he's going to get enough game time at City. So I think he'll be happy enough. I didn't know it closed at 4. But the thing was, I was on my way home anyway. I had some stuff to do in Manchester, and I was on my way home anyway. So I ended up taking pictures. These guys wanted, they'd come from Nottingham, so they wanted the pictures at City Square on the stage. So I obliged. Yeah, Abhishek, nice to have you in the house. Danny Tuami, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're well. When is the confirmation? Well, nothing's obviously until the guys wear a shirt. Nothing's confirmed. I'll talk about Ake first. Ake, £40 million plus up to £1 million in add-ons, so a total package of about 41. Last week I said it was going to be 40, and I believe the 41 is because Chelsea have a buyback clause, or they can put an offer in at 40, and at least City are making sure it goes above that. And they're not doing an Arsenal £40 million and £1. It's going for 41 million. And look, if Chelsea come in or someone else comes in, he could still go somewhere else, but he's got to look at opportunity at City as a good one. So I'm hopeful that that's going to come to fruition. Ferran Torres, I heard he was doing his medical yesterday or today in Barcelona. I don't think they'll come to Manchester. We saw with the kid, Isa Karobi. I forgot his surname. We saw with Isa Karobi. Oh, I can't remember. We saw with the kid from Burkina Faso playing for Mechelen. He didn't come to Manchester to sign his contract. He signed his contract over there, and I expect the same will happen to Ferran Torres and to Nathan Ake. The worst thing for Ferran is if he comes to Manchester, he'd have to quarantine for 2 weeks. So it might be, he's in a bit funny spot because on one hand, I would have expected them to wait till after the Champions League, to bring the players over. But if the kid has to quarantine for 14 days, then they might bring him over sooner and just, leave him in a hotel for 2 weeks. I don't think that's a clever thing to do because the kid will get, go crazy if you come in over here on your own, and if you don't know much of the lingo, you don't know anything. So that could be tough. So we'll wait and see what happens. What should we do with the Koulibaly transfer falls? We should go out and sort Napoli out. Should slap Napoli around a little bit. Honestly, I don't know. If Koulibaly fails, there'll be another. Yeah, there'll be another taxi on the rank. Whether we go for Upamecano, whether we go for Ruben Diaz, whether we go for Skriniar, there's somebody else on that list of A players, targets. So if we don't get Koulibaly, I'm sure we'll go down the list. Yeah, Man City 125 is on holiday, expected to be completed next week. Yeah, well, that's the thing with Ake. Obviously, he's at a club that have nothing else to do, nothing else to play for, so he's on holiday. So it's just should be a formality. Kieran, hi, hope you well. I heard that it'll be in the next few days for all the transfers. So it could be, Ferran Torres could be announced tonight, or it could be announced on Monday. It's just a wait and see. Upamecano, Alaba, Skriniar, I haven't heard anything about him, and Upamecano too. Upamecano not for a while. Alaba, there's little bits in the papers about Alaba, but I think that's as much that he's not signed his new contract. He's negotiating with Bayern Munich. So it's as much as that as it is that he wants to leave. So they just, obviously the story's there. He's not signed a new contract. He's got 1 year left on his current deal. Let's throw some names out there. So I haven't heard about anybody else really. I mean, I think all the other stuff is just smokescreen. Hi, Ikram. Oh, I've already said hi to Ikram. Abhishek. Alvarez will be tailor-made signing for as many clubs are struggling financially. We need to take advantage of this issue. Look, he's in the last year of his contract. That's one of the reasons we got this Ferran Torres for a steal. A steal. Because there's no way the kid's worth, his buyout clause was 100 million. They were hoping to get 40 million. And now we're paying just over 20 million quid. So, it's that situation. And it is, Nathan Ake. Now, if Bournemouth hadn't been relegated and we'd gone for Nathan Ake, it might have cost us 50 million quid. We might still have gone in with 40, but it might have cost us 50 million quid because they were not under financial pressure to sell him. Now they are. So they've done the deal. One more defender, says Kobe. Yeah, Diego Rosa joining. Yeah, that's done and dusted just about. Ikram wants Alaba. Hi, Beyond Notre Gaming. Wouldn't mind Ruben Diaz, says Man City 125 years. Faris wants Alaba. Alaba is perfect, says Ikram. Let's go through these stories. So I at least do these stories before time runs out. Let's go. Okay, it's just a matter of time before Diego Rosa's move to Man City is made official. The Brazilian press has said. Gremio manager Renato Gaucho confirmed the move in a chat with a local media this morning. It was yesterday, I think, saying the club needs to sell young stars in order to survive. This boy hasn't had a chance yet, but the club need to survive. Nobody guarantees that he'll break through, said Renato Gaucho. That's via Globo Esporte. Thank God Gremio are able to sell a boy even before he even goes pro. It proves the quality of the work at the academy. The club can't miss an opportunity. We keep rooting for him. He's not the first and won't be the last. Now, according to Zero Horror, these are the details of the contract. 17 will be signing a 5-year contract. City are expected to pay €5 million and 5 million euros more once the player moves to Europe in January. So that's when I said last week it would be a 10 million deal, 10 million euros deal. That's what I was, how I understood it, and that's basically what it is. So he won't be able to come till October when he turns 18, but he'll come in January, and so City will pay an extra 5 million then. Zero Horror claim that Diego Rosa should spend the rest of the season at some other club on loan. He's not going to be at City. He's not going to be at City. He won't get a work permit, so he'll have to go out on loan. Okay, if the in case the midfielder features in over 50% of the games during this spell, then City will play Gremio a bonus of €4 million. Once Rosa returns to England, there are 15 million euros more in other bonuses. These are his registrations to the Premier League, which I believe was 12 million, and reaching 10 appearances for the club, which could be made in the Premier League or the Champions League. These goals can be achieved until 2025. So as long as he's here till then, City could end up paying more money. City don't care, I think, at the end of the day.
You know, if they end up paying the money, they'll be happy. Hey, James, nice to have you on, buddy. Okay, I said I was getting fed up of the Liverpool echo in the previous stream, but Der Spiegel. I'll mention Der Spiegel in a minute. Ishak Taraftar, I hope you're well. What do you think Newcastle take on happening? It was always on the cards. There's a lot of geopolitical issues. There's a lot of pressure. There is pressure from the other Premier League clubs. There has to be, including City, for it not to go ahead because, you know, Newcastle were talking of spending 200 to 250 million pounds this summer. And another club with a very billionaire owner, it's just tough for people like Liverpool, like Everton, like Man United, Arsenal and Spurs. You know, if Newcastle could go around spending 250 million, Spurs aren't going to spend that sort of money. Arsenal aren't going to spend that sort of money. Not many clubs are going to get anywhere near spending that sort of money except City, possibly United. So there's that commercial reasons to fight against it. And there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of political stuff, which is not good. The Torres deal is closed, Ray, if you don't already know. Final price 23 plus 12. Well, the guy I spoke to this morning said 25 plus 10 in euros. So it sounds about right. Hey, Duff, saw you well, buddy. Jason, nice to have you on board. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We're edging closer to our goal of hitting 2,000 subscribers by the end of July. We have one more day to go. Almost there, guys. 2,000. You know, I said I could either have the goal at the end of the season, but I'd like to have the goal this month. So let's have a look how many subscribers we've got. 1977. So can I get 23 more subscribers by tomorrow evening? Guys, come and help me out if you can. If you're new to the channel, please give us a subscribe. Give us a thumbs up, guys. Let's get back up to 30, 40 thumbs up before I disappear. So let's get back to talking about this. I wouldn't want us to pay 30 million for Torres, assuming that he has 1 year left. Thing is, Ikram, he's worth more than 30. They would have really wanted 40. So if we're paying 25 million, you know, and he turns up next week, he'll be worth 40 million or 50 million next week. So it's, you know, don't worry, Bill. Don't worry, Jason. Those guys are wasting their time. I just laugh every single time because come tonight or tomorrow morning, those dislikes will be gone. Those dislikes will be gone. So, you know, I was going to make an analogy there, quite a rude analogy. But those boys are playing with magazines. That's all they can afford is playing with magazines. Yeah. Here you go. Do you know the first thing those dislikers say to their girlfriend? They go as they blow her up. That's it. They will turn out to be quality additions. I'm sure of that, Man City 125. Hey. We'll see about that, Jason. I'll tell you a funny thing, Jason. I was using Zoom for my meeting this morning, and it was a 15-minute meeting. No problems with Zoom whatsoever. So, I mean, I'm going to start doing our interviews more and more with Zoom. And I'm going to record my own stuff with Zoom rather than StreamYard. StreamYard I'll use for live streaming. But for interviews with people, it's not worth it. You know, I can do whatever I need with Zooms, and that's free. Harry Mills, hey Harry, how you doing? Yes, stuff the troll, stuff them. Look, we're having a good day. City have done some good business, I think. Let's talk about some other stuff. That City, they booked the hotel at Wembley, yeah. So despite missing out on the final, we've still got a hotel. You know, maybe we should use it. They booked the Hilton for the final, so they booked it early. I hope they use it. I hope they just don't leave it empty. You know, maybe like before, get a homeless in or get somebody in, give it to somebody to use if you're paying for it. Then normally you'd sell the booking onto another club, but this is what the MEN say. But because both clubs are London clubs, they don't need to sell it on. You know, if it was let's say Man United or Liverpool or something or Leicester, they might have been to sell the rooms on. So City basically Well, basically, MEN. This is in the Mirror. Sorry, they're just speculating. I'd have said if they should have given it to somebody else, someone who would have valued that, having that. What else? Let me just check my stories. Yeah, just reading in Football London that Stones could go to Chelsea, could go to Arsenal. Merson's talking about him and saying Stairs has the potential to be great. He really has, but he needs the confidence. Now, 90 Minutes reported earlier this season that Arsenal could be interested in Stones, give him a chance to resurrect his career. Obviously, he's worked with Mikel Arteta before, and he'd go straight into Arsenal's starting 11. So, obviously buying, with City buying, or hopefully buying Nathan Ake, that's going to push Stones nearer the exit door. We'll see if it happens. We don't really know 100% yet. And the final story I'm going to talk about is Der Spiegel. Der Spiegel, if they haven't been slapped around enough, Der Spiegel have claimed they've got evidence that City lied to the Court of Arbitration for Sport. But Man City have hit back strongly, and they issued a statement totally refuting the claims. Now, look, what's happened is Der Spiegel, using was it Rui Pinto, the hacker, who's on trial he's in a jail in Portugal awaiting trial for, I think, blackmail and hacking and theft, whatever, in Portugal. So his emails, his data breach, his theft, I think it was his. They keep saying it was leaked, but, City didn't leak. No one at City leaked it, as far as I'm aware. City said it was all stolen. So yeah, because of all that, they went down that, UEFA pushed for this ban, 2-year ban. CAS overturned it on the 13th of July. Now, Der Spiegel originally claimed that 7 hacked emails showed City had been disguising owner investment as sponsorship payments. And that was what the evidence that UEFA relied on. And basically, Der Spiegel did use an email that was even before FFP came into existence. They used an email back in 2010. FFP started in 2012, and they used that. They cobbled together 2 other emails, used them out of context. So now the City being exonerated. Der Spiegel, they made some very basic errors. Der Spiegel and UEFA. Now, City refuted this. They called it innuendo, and they said that's what the Der Spiegel articles are, innuendo. And even CAS talked about innuendo. You can't. Innuendo isn't proof. Now, Der Spiegel said that UEFA would have been free to use the newly released emails had they approached hacker Rui Pinto. How can you approach a thief? Yeah, how can you? The guy's in jail. How can you use tainted evidence? And it just smacks of desperation from UEFA. So basically, City are poo-pooing everything. The club issued a statement. They said the questions and matters raised by Der Spiegel appear to be a cynical attempt to publicly relitigate and undermine a case that has been fully adjudicated after detailed proceedings and due process by the Court of Arbitration for Sport. Manchester City's policy remains not to comment on out-of-context materials purported to have been criminally obtained from City Football Group and Manchester City personnel. I'm sure that's the first time they talk about personnel, because what it sounds like to me, where this leak comes from, maybe somebody within City sold it to Rui Pinto. Because that's why they've talked about purported to have been criminally obtained from City Football Group. And the important thing here is Manchester City personnel. So that it gives the impression that someone within the club has passed the. So that's why it's leaked and not hacked. So but still, it's they're talking about it's criminal because you can't do that. Give away your employer's secrets. The Spiegel are just bored. They have nothing else to report. No one else will have a go at. What else? Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Vidya, will Aki be the only centre back? I hope not. I hope we get Koulibaly. James says all Der Spiegel will do is contradict what we said during the appeal by looking through the notes and exaggerating claims by looking at our emails. Yeah, look, unless they do anything, unless they come up with anything more concrete, no one's interested. And it's going to have to be really, really conclusive evidence this time. I heard about that movie. It got an Oscar, surprisingly. Which, the Parasite. All right, Parasite. No rumor about Awar yet. Nothing about Husam Awar. My feeling that could have died a death. Benassa, Ismail Benassa had a few links to him, but that's gone quiet. I'd be surprised if if we're not at least sniffing around an attacking midfielder. Come on, guys, hit those likes. There's 29 dislikes. I guarantee by the time I wake up in the morning, there won't be 29 dislikes. It'll be far, far, far fewer. Let me just have a quick look. Let's tell you how many we've got. But it's a tiring day. I'll be honest, guys, tiring day to be doing this many streams. But I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed the work and the videos I put out today. Hope they've been informative and entertaining as well. Because you've got to be a bit of both. You've got to have the entertainment and the information as well. Right, I've got another couple of minutes, guys. We should have signed Harry Maguire. I'm not so sure, video. I'm not so sure. Yeah, Ikram. Ikram, did you not see the video I did when I was in France about David Alaba? Because there was a link, and it was he hadn't signed his contract. He wanted a lot of money from Munich for his new contract. Now, the way City can get around this is because David Alaba is 28 years old. He's not, someone you get on a free. It's the way City could do the deal is say, we'll pay you 200 grand a week instead of the 400 you want, but we'll give you a 20 million signing on bonus instead. And the reason we'll give you the 20 million signing on bonus is because we're not, the transfer fee is going to be very small. I mean, that's one way City could do it, or wait till he runs out. Bayern don't want his contract to run out next season. So City could, and if it was me, I'd go and offer 30 million quid for David Alaba. Who's better, Mahrez or Sane? Sane. Sane excited me. Sane excited me in a similar way that this Ferran Torres excites me. I haven't seen enough of Ferran Torres yet, so that's the issue. We haven't seen him, but the highlights I've seen, he excites me. Oh, cheers, Man City, 125 years. Ikram says, I had a year left before, but I completely forgot in the last few days we wouldn't have to pay mega money. That's why I said 30 million. 30 million might be enough. Whose distribution is that? Where is Taylor Howard? Taylor Howard Bellis. He's only 18, Taylor Howard Bellis. He's a year younger than Garcia. I mean, they're both born in, I think, in December or January. So there's only a year different. Taylor Howard Bellis will come through at the right time. He's only 18. So let's just wait. Give the guy time. We need patience. Yeah, Mahrez needs to do better. Yeah, Mahrez is going to be under pressure. I think Mahrez is going to be under pressure from this kid because I think this kid could be faster than Mahrez, more skillful than Mahrez, more scary than Mahrez. Mark my words. Oh yes, Sane had a higher ceiling. Sane was incredible. He could have been mega incredible. Mahrez has been our second best player. I think the best is KDB. No one's going to argue about that. And I think Mahrez was best until right at the end when Sterling's pulled it round. Sterling had a really bad patch, but at the start of the season he was on fire, and at the end of the season he's on fire. And to score 20 league goals. Yeah, that's fire, man. Blood fire. So that's fire. So, Sterling would be fighting with Mahrez. And I think most people give it to Sterling now because they'll think about how he finished the season. But he started the season really well, went through a big slump and finished the season well. I was talking about Maguire. Maguire. Maguire's distribution. All right, now I get it. I'm pretty confident both deals will be done. Yeah, Man City 125. Look, the only way Ferran Torres is done. Okay, Ferran Torres is done and dusted. Okay, he passed his medical. That's it. It's done and dusted. The only way the Ake deal doesn't happen is if Chelsea come in, or somebody else comes with a higher offer. That's the only way the Ake deal doesn't get done. And it might be someone might say, look, 40 million quid for Nathan Ake. Why don't we go for it? But there's not, if you think in England, there's not many teams who can pay 40 million. Would Liverpool pay 40 million? I don't think they would, to be honest. Everton, he wouldn't go there. Spurs, I don't think they pay 40 million. Arsenal, no chance. United, and Chelsea. So it's City, United, or Chelsea. Maybe Wolves, or if Newcastle have got the owners, but Leicester would, that's an option. You could go there, but there's only 3 or 4 options maximum for Ake at that sort of price. Sterling has 4 assists, I think. Ikram, he had 1. I told you he had 1 before the lockdown and 3 after lockdown. Yeah, Faris. To be honest, you're probably right. Overall, Mahrez had some good moments, but he's not sparkled for me. 10 goals, 10 assists. It sounds great, but he's not sparkled for me. Ikram, that's across all games. It's not just the league. The Mahrez we have is nowhere near the Leicester. I agree, Faris. Mahrez took on our defence. Mahrez would score more and assist more, I think, or certainly score more. Hi, Andrew. How strong do you think Liverpool will be next year? They won a lot of games very late last season. Look, when we were Centurions, we had luck. We won a few games right at the death. The Southampton game, we won that right in the 95th minute or something, 94th minute. There were several games where we won late on. So we were lucky. Liverpool were lucky. It's hard to keep being lucky. Yeah, it's hard to keep being lucky. So it'll be interesting to see if Liverpool are lucky next season. Hey, Aaron, I'm about to go, buddy. I've got to have something to eat. I've been on for 26 minutes. Sterling has been on fire. Not start to finish, Man City. He's not start to finish. He went through a stage where he scored 1 goal in about 4 months. That's not fire. Hey, Hodge. Guys, I know there's a lot of people on, but I need to go and I've been fasting today. I've been fasting, so I need to go and have some food and get some shut-eye as well. But I've done so many streams today, guys. I'm sure there's other stuff you can go and look at. Mark Bell, hi, Mark. Pepper's changed the way Mahrez plays compared to when he played for Leicester. Colin, hi. These Der Spiegel stories, very annoying. Guys, I'm going to have to hit the road, okay? Thanks ever so much for coming on this stream. And the guys, some of you have been on 3 times today on 3 streams. It's been mental. But when stuff comes out, if I'm free, I've got time, I'll do a stream for you guys. I'll do as much as I can whilst I'm still in a bit of lockdown. Give us a few more likes, guys. We've had 1 new subscriber tonight. So, guys, please keep subscribing. I think we're 22 subscribers away. If we can get that tomorrow, that'd be awesome. And if you can hit that, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon so you're notified as soon as new videos come out. Guys, I've got to say thank you so much for coming on. Take care. Have good nights. And remember, Manchester is blue. Don't forget that. Don't ever forget that Manchester is blue.